Hi, thanks for checking out my video from my bus stop ad. I love it. My name's Tony English. I'm from English Realty. I wanted to go over the three big mistakes people make when they list their house. One is they actually list it too high, and the reason that's a problem is what happens is it sits on the market. The initial people that are looking for houses, they are waiting for your house. So it comes on the market, they go look at it, but then it's a little bit too high for them, and there's other properties that are at the same price that are better. So they end up moving to those other houses. So you stay on the market for a while, and then clients always say, well, I don't want to lower my price because it looks bad. No, it doesn't look bad, it looks good. It actually opens the market up for you. But the days on market goes up and up and up. And so when people look, especially agents, they go, there must be something wrong with that house. If they haven't lowered the price and it's 60, 90 days on the market, I don't want to waste my time. There's something that if nobody else wants it, I don't want it. I don't want to be a member of a club that nobody else wants to be in. So that's a problem. And then you end up lowering the price eventually, and then you end up selling it for less because the demand is lower. You know, supply and demand is what gets you the top dollar. If you sell it during the lower demand, after all the hot people have looked at it, then you get less money. So it's not a wise thing to go too high. You know, of course, the other mistake is to go too low. You actually take an offer that's too low, and then if you would have marketed it right and had a little more time to get the right buyer, the prices would have gone up and up. You know, the bidding would have gone up and up. So those are the first mistake that people make. The second mistake is they hire the wrong agent. Now, everybody, you know, has a cousin, a brother, you know, a relative, a friend who's a real estate agent, and you don't want to hurt their feelings. But I always make a joke, you know, why don't you just sell it with a good agent and then give them $20,000 to not hurt their feelings? It's better to get a good agent because there's so much to the market. There's so many small issues that you need someone who's been through it. Everybody learns everything the hard way. And I've learned after 30 years, almost 30 years, I've made all the mistakes you can make almost. Probably there's still more, but you know, there's always things you learn the hard way. When you get someone inexperienced, they learn on your house. And so what happens is there's so many things like repair negotiations. I'm a pro negotiator. I know how to get through the repair section. You know, there's two versions of the sale. There's the initial falling in love with the house, and then there's the second version, which there's always a little bit of buyer's remorse. You have the inspection, people start to think, maybe I shouldn't buy this house. You have to get through that second section. That's where the real sales skills comes in. That's where the negotiating for repairs. Human nature's funny. They want to get something. So instead of giving them $10,000, you give them $500, and that usually will work. It works really well. Also, picking vendors for the repairs. There's so many different termite companies and roofers and contractors and handymen. I have a whole list that are fair. What happens is you get someone in there who gives a high quote, and then they negotiate off that high quote. I've learned that the hard way. There's some tax issues. Now, I can't give tax advice, but I'm not going to give it over the internet right now. But I can guide you in some ways to save money so you end up netting more money. So getting the right agent is important. You know, and there's also top agents like me are friends with all the other top agents, and we all have respect for each other, and we know how to, like when I go show a house for somebody that I know that they're going to be working together and getting the deal done with a win-win-win. You know, we have to have everybody winning. If somebody loses, it turns into a nightmare. There's lawsuits, you know, there's inspections that if you don't disclose things the correct way, then you get sued later on. So I know how to get the disclosures done where they're not offensive, but they are legally correct. So all these things, there's a million other things I'm not going to go into, but you really need an experienced agent. I've sold over 650 homes over almost 30 years, and I really know how to help you with that. So don't hire your friend. If you want to make them feel better, give them a referral fee. I will give them a referral fee. I will give them, you know, $4,000 to make them feel their butthurt feelings go away, okay? So, and then the third thing is marketing. We need to get somebody who knows how to market. You know, it's a marginal thing. It's a small percentage of the deal because when you get on the market, there's really smart buyers that are all trying to get the property. However, you got to get a professional photographer who knows how to set it up correctly. everything's on the internet nowadays, so everybody looks at it, and you need to have the internet presence. You need to have someone who knows how to do social media, who knows how to do videos, knows how to reach other markets, and how to reach all the other. I have a database of 55,000 agents. I send all my listings to them. They all know me. And so you want to get an agent who knows how to market it. It's really, really important. And also someone who knows how to get to the external markets, the international markets, the small niches. That's what I do. I know how to get to those people and market it. So if you're looking for an agent in this area, in South Orange County, even in San Diego, North San Diego County, South LA County, Riverside County, I'd love to help you. So keep me in mind. Give me a call. My phone number is 949-463-1085. And I would love to talk to you, all right? Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.